Welcome to the Army Empire Podcast, your go-to podcast for insightful tips on investment strategies, entrepreneurship, and all things money matters. Join Bernard Alerte, your guide on this journey to financial freedom. Each episode will dive into expert advice, practical strategies, and inspiring stories to help you take control of your financial future. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned investor, we've got something for everyone. So get ready to unlock your financial potential and make your money work for you. And now, let's welcome your host, Bernard Alerte.
We're back.
How you doing? Let me put my glasses. It makes me look smarter.
Oh my goodness. Where are my glasses? I don't have my glasses. I want to look smarter too, man.
Yeah.
Listen.
I don't even need them, but it makes me look smarter. But no, but I do need them. As you get older, it's the craziest thing that happens. Like you start like I can't see stuff, It's
you need to put the glasses.
I take my wife to that, like, you should see the number. I'm like, no, I can't see.
You can't see anything. Listen, thank you so much for watching. For the folks that are jumping on as the numbers are going up, this is what I've already done. And I'm going to give you guys a few minutes because today we have a special guest. And before Bernard shares with us what the topic is, who our guest is, I want you to grab your device right now, your phone, whether you're watching from your phone or wherever you're at, and literally share it. I just did it while the intro was on. So I am live on my page. I grabbed the link and just shared it. You don't even have to type anything. Just click that share button and let it go to your profile, because you have friends and family who need to know the information that Bernard is going to share with us today.
Absolutely. It's one of the best things we do. I mean, from doing this, I think 63 episodes already.
62. This is episode 62.
62 episodes already. And the craziest thing that happens is most of the best viewing that we get a lot of time when we get like a special guest. When you get a special guest that comes along and they cover some great information. The first one we did, we had an attorney cover about wills. Reels, probe, how that works, and I think it was the highest view episode for first. Yes, it was. Concern. We had our friend Anna talking about real estate, right, which was awesome, right? I talked about home ownership, the power home, how you can do it. We also had even like we had only women. It was like women power, women in finance, right? And they loved it. So we love getting guest speakers. Actually, we're looking to also get another guest speaker next week also. Guys, we cover, because a lot of things people want to know. So one of the things that we're going to talk, and she's actually on the way. She's right here on the way here. So she's about to get on quick. Jen Gebara. And how we met Jen is the craziest thing, how we met Jen. Jen was, we do a lot of networking. Actually, I'm in downtown Kissimmee, Florida, as you guys know. And our office is down there. So a lot of times we do a lot of networking with different businesses, and she was actually opening up on a Friday morning. She was opening up her office, the tax office, right? And got a chance to meet her. We went to the grand opening, and we met her. And we meet so many. We've met so many tax accountants, attorneys and stuff like that. And they're totally. Sometimes they don't get people. The challenge with people at tax, they don't really get a chance to understand the power of what they have in their hands to affect people's lives financially. Because people trust them so much financially, but they have sometimes no idea how they can impact them or how can they even help their clients. Or sometimes they're just so narrow with just the numbers part of it, and they can see how they can add so much value. And we got a chance to meet Jen, and we clicked right away. It's crazy. She had a great spirit, different from most people account. They're, what's your associate account? Like they have a pocket protector, right? They have a pocket protector. They have a calculator all the time, boring, dry numbers, right? And she's totally different from that. Great energy. She was excited, great energy. We got a chance, and she understood what we talked about, because she's like, you know what? People need to know about this, and people need to know about this. And we met Jen about a year ago, and we got a chance to let's just we got to meet up. And she knew about a podcast. She's been following a podcast, watching. She has her own podcast also. We thinking I'm gonna go on hers soon, right? She's coming on mine. Try to get her. So we got we saw her last week. Said, listen, we need you on our podcast. Like, absolutely. So we excited to have her on. I mean, she's covered some great things. I think people need to know about that. I think it's a great topic that people need to know when it comes to taxes, because
tax strategies is what we're going to talk about today.
Exactly, tax strategies. And we always talk about, consult your tax. When I give advice, I listen, make sure you consult your tax account. Make
Say
sure
it all the time.
exactly, because I am not a tax. I don't know all the laws. I don't know everything. Everybody's situation is different. So you need to consult someone that you can actually trust, that can actually guide you. And one thing I can tell by having conversations with her a couple of times, I was asking her, and she was telling me, well, listen, some of the things like she experienced with tax, like you need to share that with people, because a lot of people don't even know some of the things that she talked about. So excited to have her on. So she should be on soon. But exciting things happening.
Yeah. And this is good because we're getting close to that season where everyone is waiting for their W-2s to come so they can start filing their taxes, you know. So it's important for us to be ahead of the game. And I appreciate you picking a topic like this. So you have us already de antemano, you know, you're allowing us to prepare ahead of time.
Absolutely. It's so true. And I mean, even me being financial, sometimes there's so many things I just don't know. So the law's always changing, evolving all the time, and people need to know about this. It's so important. And because not knowing when it comes, listen, there's two things. There's two people that there's more. The one person, the one credit you don't want to come after you. You want to avoid as much as possible is the IRS. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. And it's you gotta. So you want to make sure that right things are done the right way, because that's the last thing you want, in other words.
Yeah, for sure. So listen, show us some money emojis, drop some money emojis if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, because we're going to be talking about all of this that has to do with obviously our money and what the government expects us to do and the questions that we all have.
Yes, exciting. Okay. So we're excited. It's going to be a lot of great stuff, so take a lot of notes. Exciting thing that's going to happen. So Jen is actually here right now. So we're excited to have her on. It's the craziest day, right? And you're going to see every time we see Jen, her favorite color is red, right? Her favorite color is red, right? Come on, Jen. Her favorite color is red, and I'm trying. I was talking to my wife. I was like, I gotta find something red to wear, and I realized I have nothing red in my closet.
Oh gosh! So we want to say hello to Jen.
I have a 1-2 shirt, right? That has like a red, right? Well, that's close enough, right? So
we gotta get him a red blazer.
A red blazer, yes. That'd be so cool. So.
How awesome is that? Jen, welcome to the Army Empire podcast, episode 62.
Yes.
Thank you for saying yes to this.
So much for having me.
We're excited to have.
Absolutely. Listen, the folks already know we always tell you to grab a paper and pen because there's going to be important information that you're going to want to take down during the next 30 minutes that we're here. So take it away, Bernard. Let's go ahead and just get started. Actually, can I start with the questions? Can I ask her questions?
You can start. Absolutely.
Sure. Okay, I'm the apprentice here.
You sound much better than me, so there you go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna speak for all the audience that watches. But first of all, we want to know a little bit about you and how you got started in this career of taxes.
The wonderful life of taxes.
Yeah, I know, the wonderful life.
Well, my name is Jen. I'm the owner of United Tax Pros on Main Street. And I kind of got into taxes. It was my brother's dream. He wanted to help our community. It was a big dream of his. And I started supporting him. And what started as a dream became a nationwide company. I grew up right here in Kissimmee with a single mom, undocumented for most of my life. And, I kind of learned that our community, what they lacked was education, and people aren't willing to help a lot of people. So something that my brother really based the company on was educating our community so they know, because, growing up undocumented, especially with parents that don't speak Spanish, don't speak English, it's very hard for them to come into this country and learn and be educated about, how to grow their wealth and build legacies for their families.
So you don't just say, here, sign this, here, you must do this, here, you must do that, but you educate on why it needs to get done.
That is the biggest thing that with United Tax Pros that you come into our office, regardless if it's the smallest thing, you're going to leave learning something.
Wonderful. Somebody put in the comments, United Tax Pros. That's the company name, United Tax Pros. The next question I have for you is, what are some of the laws that might affect most people in this next coming year?
So what a lot of people need to understand is that tax laws change all the time. But things that they should be paying attention to are adjustments to standard deductions, the child tax credit, earned income credit, the reporting requirements for small businesses and gig workers. And then also just the IRS is now really enforcing how they're looking at Cash App and digital income. So that is something really big, because within a lot of our clients, they'll, sell baked goods or things like that, and they're just getting Cash App or Zelles, and they're not reporting those things. And those are very important, because now the IRS it's not private companies anymore. The IRS is really cracking down on looking at those things.
Wow.
That is so good, because we have a lot of people who are entrepreneurs. And listen, the pandemic has really brought out so many people who have started businesses, but they never have taken one business class in college. But because the pandemic hit and they wanted extra income, and that's a little bit, here's a little plug on Emerge, is that we want to be able to show and educate and teach people who are in business and entrepreneurs and get the information that they did not receive in college, but here they are with this amazing business, and what can they do? And here you are telling us these things that Cash App, Venmo, all of those things that we're getting, especially the Latinos. Listen, the Latinos are big.
Yeah, because remember back in the days, like eBay was like such a big thing. It's like PayPal, but that's a lot of income that now the IRS is seeing that it's not being reported.
Wow.
That's so good. She just dropped some gold nuggets right here for us to get started.
My wife needs to stop selling me. I need to stop selling me stuff. I'm gonna get in trouble.
It's so important to keep records of why you're getting that money, because now that the IRS is really looking into it, now they want to know why you got that money.
Absolutely. Wow.
That's so good. Well, there you have it. That was like the perfect answer of what might affect most people in this next coming year, is they're looking at these apps where you're able to do these transactions with money. Ooh, so good. All right, next question. What percentage of your clients don't have IRAs, and why do you think most people don't take advantage of them?
Okay, so the thing is, to be honest with you, probably more than half of the clients don't have IRAs. And it's not because they don't want to. It's just, you have to understand, the average person is just, they're surviving.
Yeah.
And it's not the desire, it's the lack of education and access, because they don't understand that even the smallest contribution to their IRAs will adjust their taxable income. And they don't understand that. So that's why it's so important when we have partnerships like this, because people don't understand that taxes and financial planning go hand in hand.
Yes, absolutely.
You literally just doubled down on what Bernard has been teaching us for the past few weeks when it comes to the IRAs, and how a little contribution, you don't have to put so much in, but you should have one. Like, it is paramount for you to have an IRA. And now you're just mentioning that as well. Bernard, say something on that, on what she just said.
Absolutely, 100%. I think that's one of the challenges. Like you said, is lack of education. People don't understand that they can start IRA at little as $50 a month, right? And people don't realize that, especially when we work with the middle income market. A lot of people, like she said, well, I can't afford that. But you're surprised how little you can do. Even on an aspect, like we always teach, right? We talked about a couple of weeks ago that even increasing your allowances, right, Jen? Increasing your allowances so you can get extra money to save, that makes a big difference also. Yeah. So you can have extra income, so you can actually on your check, so you'll be able to put away for your retirement, and plus have a tax deduction on top of that.
They just don't look at the long term.
Yes, exactly.
It's like with taxes. This is one of the biggest things I always tell my tax clients. It's a personal decision that you have to make on the amount of taxes you want them to take out. But it's pretty much, they want their money no matter what. But if you take a little bit more out every month, then you'll get a bigger refund. If they don't, then you'll either owe or you're just not going to get a refund.
Exactly.
And it's kind of the same thing, but you're paying taxes on that. With IRAs, as I'm sure Bernard has showed,
Exactly.
it reduces your taxable income. So you're actually saving on the long term.
Absolutely. It's so true. So that's why people need to know about this. And this is why I connected with Jen, because she understood this. She could we speak with a lot of tax account. Yeah, like yes, they don't need it. But I'm like, she's doing something about it.
Yeah.
She's taking some steps. And you know what? People need to know about this, Bernard. Let's get together and let's merge together. Let's see how we can impact communities and improve so much. Even if we help 5-10%, like she said, let's say if we get 10, 15, 20% to have a little bit more. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. That's so good. Great information. What are some of the common mistakes that most people make when filing their taxes?
I could go on for days.
Yeah.
One of the major ones that I do is like, people try to rush to file their taxes fast. So what happens in that is they forget, oh, wait, I had a little job for 3 days. Well, guess what? You're going to get W-2 or your 1099. So you filing too fast you're going to end up probably getting an amendment, and then you're just paying double because obviously you're going to get charged for both things.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Number two is not claiming all of your income, especially right now with the IRS cracking down on digital payments. So that's another one. And the third one is, people try to kind of rush through things and not get organized.
Mm-hmm.
That's another really big mistake that I run into, because they come with just their receipts everywhere and they're like, hey, just add this up. It's not the best way to work that way, especially if the IRS comes to you and asks you for proof of everything.
Yeah. That's really good, because that again is a mindset change, which Bernard is teaching us here to change our mind in certain things. And the mindset is, I want to hurry up and file so I can hurry up and get my refund.
Yeah, it's not always about the refund. It's about the people who need to stop looking at taxes as a refund.
Yep.
They have to plan to be accurate and strategic. And that's why it's really important for us with United Tax Pros is that we educate our clients on that. Mm-hmm. Another thing is people like to just sign papers. When you sit down, any of our clients, we go through every single paper that they're going to sign, because at the end of the day, that's your responsibility. As a tax preparer, I could put all your information to our system, but you're the one that's authorizing me to send it. And if you don't know what you're signing, that's a problem. Because you know what, a 1040 is or a Schedule C is. They have no idea. So I explain to them, this is a Schedule C. This is where you're reporting your business income, all those things. Know what you're signing before you sign them.
Absolutely.
Can you give me really quick a checklist, because we're talking about don't rush. So let me get my files and forms together really quick. What do I need to make sure I take to your office if I want to get my taxes done? I need my driver's license.
Your driver's license, your social security, your spouse's driver's license, social security, your dependents information. Definitely have your W-2s in line. So remember those little side jobs that you had, 1099s. Now, if you did have side gigs, have records of that. Something that's so big. We have an accounting department, so we offer bookkeeping, right? So I tell businesses it's very important to have a team like us, just because we have all of that done for you every month. So at the end of the year, all you do is pretty much say, all right, Jen, you have it. You've already tracked everything.
Print it.
Do my taxes. We're good. That's why it's so important. However, I do understand some, smaller businesses, they don't want to consider that. But if you don't, get a business logbook, get all your receipts together on your Excel, write everything down. And be very, very precise about what you're writing, because your receipts are going to fade. What I tell my clients is take pictures of your receipts, because even in accounting, like, I have an accountant. He'll tell me, all right, Jen, I don't only need your bank statements. I also need the receipts and why you spent money on this and why you did this, because the IRS could ask for it. And if you're not prepared.
Absolutely. And one thing Jen mentioned to me also that was very not only enlightening, but very scary, because a lot of times is people are just a rush to get a refund. They want to get a bigger refund. So they'll just put anything. And a lot of times you deal with some accounts that may not have the same thorough as Jen is, and they'll just put anything down. and they might get a big refund, but guess what happened? It might come back to bite them later on in the future.
And people don't understand. Sometimes the IRS could take up to 3 years to come back at you.
Wow.
And if you think about it, right? If you think about a longer, in a year, you're probably going to forget what you did a year ago. Now imagine 3 years later, they're asking, oh, why did you go to this dinner? And you forgot that, oh, I had dinner with Bernard that day. We were talking about business. I completely forgot about it, but I don't have records of it. So that's a big issue with a lot of business owners, and especially now where like the digital world is taking over and so many more people are working on their own and building their businesses. They're not even thinking about the financial aspect of it. They're thinking legacy, build money, but they're not thinking how long is that really going to last and how much am I going to save over time?
Yes.
Right. And that leads us to this next question. Like, what are some of the benefits and advantages of having a small business or doing something on the side? Well, you're saying what you need to remember.
There's benefits. I mean, you're saving on taxes too, because a lot of times I'll get small business owners. They think that because a lot of tax preparers will tell them, oh, Schedule C, right? A Schedule C is where you claim business expenses. But sometimes, depending who you're talking to with us, because we are very thorough, and like I said, we love to educate, is we're going to tell you, okay, you know what? You're better off doing this as an S Corp or filing it your business taxes separate than your personal, because the liability, the tax, savings that you're going to do. But some people just want to get paid, unfortunately. And that's why it's so important for you to go to reputable people and they actually care. They can be able to inform you, hey, this is better for you not to do it as a Schedule C, because usually you're saving about 15.3% on taxes if you do your business taxes separate than your personal.
Absolutely. Powerful. And we've always talked about it. We always teach our clients to listen. The whole tax code in the United States is designed for people that are on their own, self-employed, own their own business. So even you, if someone is a W-2, find a way to do something on the side. Find a way to take advantage of that. It's very easy. That's why I'll even encourage people, listen, come work with us part-time if you want to. Just be able to get to benefits. The education is so powerful.
Break it down for us.
Absolutely. That's the power of people need to know about this, because a lot of people sometimes you get taxed different. She can go. You get taxed different let's say someone's making a 6-figure income, W-2, get taxed totally different than a 6-figure income, let's say a 1099, right? With a Schedule C. So it's very important for us to be wise and learn how the game works and learn how to do it.
So amazing. That's so good. We just need to take advantage.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't understand that as a business owner, there's a lot of things that you could actually write off. I hate to say write off, but it's pretty much that's the terminology of it. That if you have a W-2, for example, your mileage, home office expenses, certain things, supplies that you use, you can't write those off if you have a W-2. But if you have your business, you can legally write those things off. So that way you're not paying so much taxes on them.
Absolutely.
And I like what you said, like when you go to a professional, they're able to tell you, rather than doing the Schedule C, you need to do an S Corp. Like it's time to pivot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So good. All right. Okay. Next question. Did you have something else to say, Bernard?
No, it's just incredible. And so many people don't even understand about this. It's crazy. It's good for you to know. I think that's why it's so important that what I love what she does is she educates them so they know exactly what they're doing. Okay. Versus where so many people, okay, just do my taxes, get my money. When am I getting my money? And they're not asking questions. How does this work? How does that work? And the same thing with the financial field. Like a lot of people, they just tell you, oh, you're going to get this, you're going to get that. And it doesn't make sense. The math doesn't make sense, but they do it anyway because
and one of my biggest phrases that I always tell people, and I'm very honest, if you're a client of mine, great. If you're not, just be careful. And the only reason I say that is just because numbers don't lie. That's what people don't understand. there's been so many instances that I could tell you that I've had a client say, oh, well, this person got me this much. Well, let me get your last year's taxes and let's compare numbers. Because again, numbers don't lie. And, you know, I've had cases where I've had a tax preparer, definitely not on our team, because we educate our team very, very well, is the only way that somebody who has a W-2 goes into a tax office and gets more money is if that person added that they have a side income and they write off a bunch of stuff and that person never knew about it.
Wow.
And it's happened. People say, well, I get this because I'm in this type of industry, but those things don't actually exist.
Wow.
And I'll just give you one instance. I had a client that came and she said, you know, because she sells timeshare, she gets a special credit. There's no such thing. She said, bring me your last year's tax report, like your tax return, and let me look at it. And they really put that she had a babysitting job on the side, wrote off a bunch of stuff, and she had no idea, but she signed that. So if the IRS comes, they don't come after the tax preparer, they come after the client. And that's the problem that people say, okay, it's great money right now, but what happens in 3 years when you have to pay all that money back plus penalties?
Yep.
Right. And you're teaching and you're educating us. So who would be your ideal client?
So perfect client would be somebody who's
that listens. That listens there.
And that are willing to learn.
You know,
because there are people that they don't care to learn. They just want to sign the paper and leave.
I know. And I get that a lot. That's why it's important for me to educate. I said, if you're not my client, you are my client, just be careful what you're signing. At the end of the day, it's, yes, I have my company. Yes, we're building it and everything else, but it's more than money to us. Like I said, I grew up with a mother who didn't know the language, that was here illegally for the majority of my life. And we built all of this based on how much she each taught. Like, we saw her struggle and how for, you know, till I was 16, I was here when I was 2, till I was 16 years old, I was illegal. And that's a long time for somebody to work undocumented and not be able to build any kind of future for their children, you know, and people don't understand it. And the majority of my clients are Hispanic. So an ideal client, yes, they would be definitely organized, honest, because, you know, your income, again, as a taxpayer, I don't live your life. So I can only put in my system and file what you've given me. So that's why, you know, one of the things that we say, and pretty much why I hate to say our script, but we're just so used to saying it, is everything that I'm putting in my system is everything that you're giving me.
Yes.
And there's nothing more that I can do. I can't help you if you're not honest with me. So yes, a person who's open-minded, a person who's organized and honest, and is wanting to learn.
That's huge. That's huge for me. I mean, if you're watching this podcast right now, you have a pull in your spirit right now that's saying, learn this, because you're going to need this information later. And listen, when you have a heart that's willing to learn and understand things, not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping everybody. It trickles down to your family, to your children, just the way Jen was able to see what her mom, and now say, I'm going to help. And this is legacy, what you're doing here, my friend.
I'm like, Lauren.
Yes.
I see one now. My bad.
I'm sorry.
I'll end up down here.
Yeah, I love this. Has been
short. You're just down to earth. Just down to earth. That's it.
She's so down to earth. We could barely see her.
It's one of the things that I could tell you that my mom has instilled in the three of us, because I have an older sister and a younger brother, is that education is something that nobody could take away from you. And and not being educated is ignorance. So you have to learn, and you have to be open to learning, because even every single day, I could do taxes my entire life, but it changes every single day. And you know, just staying up to date, and that is so important for everything that you're doing in your life.
Yep, absolutely.
So good. This is great information. We're getting comments of the great information that we're receiving here. This is our last question. Listen, we've been here 30 minutes. I love all the information that you've shared with us, but how can someone reach you if they wanted a consultation?
Okay, so I'm right here in Main Street. So 1011 North Main Street here in Kissimmee. Our phone number is 407-979-4795. We also offer completely virtual services. So if you're not here in Florida, we could file taxes anywhere.
Absolutely, yeah.
You could also find one of our, locations. We have multiple. So you go to unitedtaxpros.com. Mine is unitedtaxpros.com/Main Street.
I love that. Give me your number again. I want to put it on the banner.
Sure. 407-979-4795.
4795, because I can assure you somebody's going to need this information.
4795.
Yes, there you
Yeah.
go. Awesome.
Is that it right there?
You got it.
Call the number on the screen. Call the number on the screen and have a conversation in person with our girl, Jen. I'm so glad that Bernard introduced you to us.
I'm all about education. If you become a client or if you don't, feel free to call, ask your questions. I'm happy to help.
Absolutely. Yeah. I told you guys, she was going to bring so much value. And this is why, and we're very careful. We are extremely careful who we expose our clients with, because I'm very, protect information. You know me. I'm just very protective. I'm sure people get the right information, will trust the right information. And I believe Jen, from the day one I met you, I knew she was on point from what she shared with me. So I said, you know what, definitely. So we're excited. So it was an incredible. I learned a lot myself.
I'm so happy to have been here. I'm so nervous around the TV, and I have bad allergies. So that's great. But I really do appreciate you guys having me here, and I look forward to future shows.
Yes, absolutely. We're definitely gonna have you back on. Absolutely.
This was so fun, so well articulated. I can tell that I would learn a lot just sitting with you. I hope that the entrepreneurs that are watching, small business owners, would say, I need to sit with her and get this done, and get it done properly this year.
Yes.
Without any worries.
I've got everything I needed. Owners. It's super important for business owner. I mean, we have an entire accounting department that are just all people. Like, my entire team is so amazing because they just want to help our community. The majority of us grew up right here in Kissimmee, and we just love our community. So
yes,
so fun.
Awesome.
Bernard, thank you for introducing her to us. She's now part of the Army Empire family.
I am telling you, we know she was going to bring so much value, and this is something we talked about for a while, right? For like a year. I'm thinking about a year. We gotta find a way to orchestrate and time frame. It was just great. We never got a chance to, but it was
we're right down the street from
We're down the street from each other.
Come on.
Like 3 minutes from each
exactly.
other.
And we just happened. It was crazy. I was walking downstairs, right, by a restaurant. I'm like, Jen, how you doing? Like, we gotta get you on, right? And boom.
And right before taxes.
Let's go. Taxes is perfect. So
it worked. The timing is perfect because we're in December. People are already thinking, oh, I'm closing the year. It's time to start doing taxes. And they're starting to think about, oh my God, I didn't put the receipts together. I didn't do this.
Exactly.
So I think the timing was perfect.
Perfect.
I really do appreciate again for you guys having
All right, guys, you already know that every Tuesday at 8 p.m. we are right here, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the things at the Army Empire Podcast. We will see you next week. And I think he said we're going to have another guest.
Yes, we're going to have another guest. Confirmed, but we should definitely have another guest. Awesome stuff.
Well, we're excited and we cannot wait. So watch the replay, take the notes, because this is life-changing and super, super important. Jen, thank you one more time for saying yes to this invitation. All right, guys, be blessed. Thank you. We'll see you again next time.
Guys,
All right, thank you.
Great seeing you guys.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Army Empire Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends. Join us next week for another exciting edition, and until then, keep building your empire.